Donald Trump has now landed in New Jersey. These are, let's in fact put out those visuals of him landing in New Jersey. These are the first visuals of him after his attack at the Pennsylvania rally that has taken place. Donald Trump has now landed in New Jersey. He can be seen, in fact, getting off a plane for the first time after being attacked while delivering a speech in Pennsylvania. Remember, viewers, he was in fact shot at 7 times. Of course, right here on your screens currently is the visual of the sniper getting into action as soon as the sniper, the Secret Service sniper, had spotted the gunman over there. But let's in fact also put out those visuals of Donald Trump having arrived in New Jersey. Do we have them? It seems that there's an issue with putting those visuals out. Meanwhile, I have it on my screen over here. If we can show it to our viewers, these are the very first visuals of Donald Trump being spotted. I have it open on my screen. If the crew upstairs can show it to our viewers. These are the very first visuals of Donald Trump arriving in New Jersey after his attack in Pennsylvania. Trump can be seen disembarking from a plane. He's landed in New Jersey. He seems to be fine. He's also made a statement earlier in the media with regards to his status currently. He said that he is doing absolutely fine. He is described his ordeal at that point, stating that the bullet had in fact pierced his ear, and he had to crouch down at that time. We've all seen those visuals of that very moment of the attack that had taken place. But Donald Trump seems to be hale and hearty. World leaders, of course, have come out, condemned the matter and the assassination bid against Donald Trump. FBI officials have made a lengthy statement in the media earlier as well, stating that they are probing all possible angles and motives. They have not released the name of the shooter as of now, but in the meantime, this is the breaking development that we're taking you viewers through. My colleague Brian Anthony Thomas with us on the broadcast with more details. Brian, over to you on Donald Trump spotted in New Jersey.
Well, yes, Pia, definitely, just a while back also, White House official also, has notified that the president is, Joe Biden was returning to Washington tonight and will receive an updated briefing from Homeland also. And now with the latest that we are letting you know that Donald Trump was seen disembarking from a plane for the first time after being shot in the head. And if you can see the visuals also, you can actually understand the moment captures this man who is, it was also said by Mark Wallace. It was said that he rather said that the movement captures a man who is dedicated everything he has to the country. And here also you can see the visuals that he has been seen off plane for the first time after he has been shot in his right ear. Yes, Pia.
Indeed. With that, Brian, I would like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast. I'd also like to, in fact, go across to another special guest with us today, Mr. Surinder Singh Lali. This is not the first time that there has been an attempt to assassinate a president of the United States of America, whether sitting or former. 4 presidents of the US have in fact been assassinated. America has a bloody history with regards to this. We all know about Abraham Lincoln, about John F. Kennedy as well as James Garfield and William McKinley. There have been, in fact, 6 attempts in the past as well. The most recent and most prominent one in contemporary history being that of Ronald Reagan back in 1981 itself. So political violence is not something new in the United States of America, but in today's day and age, in today's technologically advanced age in particular, when security has been beefed up since America has learned of its lessons from the past, this security lapse taking place and this assassination bid against Trump is something of serious concern. So what is your take with regards to what has transpired?
Thank you, Pia. And a country which lives from weekend to weekend, I guess America is not having a great weekend. In the US, there's a famous expression called from Apollo the One that Houston, we have a problem. I think now it's Pennsylvania, we have a problem. I'm in no way trying to undermine a serious attempt to one of the former vice presidents of the United States, but to me, it looks like a Netflix movie. I mean, a 20-year-old guy, climb the top of a building with a rifle within the visible range to take a shot at the vice presidential candidate who pretty much seems almost, becoming the candidate, becoming the president if, the Democrats are not able to smell the coffee, and the way Joe Biden has been, calling somebody else by somebody else's name and somebody else by somebody else's name. So what surprises me is that so much, Secret Service is not able to protect their their ex-president. I mean, 1 inch, as Mr. Peer said, 1 inch. If had it been 1 inch away, it could have gone, unfortunately, into the brain, and that could have been history. The NRA has a big lobby, and Butler County, Pennsylvania is pretty much, Trump's country. So as you said that, Pierre, you just said that violence in American politics, violence is all over the place. I mean, there are people who just get up in the morning, go to a hypermarket, and then pick up a gun and just go and spray bullets in a school or a college or various institutions, which is an everyday affair. But I guess a country which operates on lobbies and, as they say, I'm sorry for the language, but money talks and bullshit walks. That's what they say in the US. So the NRA lobby is so strong that I think it's about time that they reconsider, and especially Donald Trump being a, lobbyist for NRA. It's so ironical that within the perimeter of where, unfortunately, Donald Trump was shot at, there was a truck with an electronic billboard on the back with Donald Trump's face and a target painted on it. And it says, quote opens, Democrats will assassinate Donald Trump, quote close. So it almost sounds like a Netflix movie where I don't think you need to be a rocket scientist to expect some lone wolf pick up a gun and attack Donald Trump, or the Secret Service, which is supposed to secure all the perimeters and, organized with all the state machinery and the Philadelphia police, has been actually caught with their pants down. So I feel that, as Mr. P rightly said, although I would not be able to put my finger, but there are various lobbies involved who would not want to see Donald Trump, because not only is the gentleman, he doesn't hide anything. He wears his emotions and his America Make Great Again on his sleeve. So I don't think it's a lone wolf doing it. There could be more lobbies, because there has to be some interest. It cannot be just a 20-year-old who comes out of a basement and climbs a building and takes a pot shot. I mean, what was the recce the Secret Service did? I mean, you're not supposed to have a president or next president within visible range. You do normally go and you stand at the stage and do recce and see that there should be some bushes or some building or something in the middle. You just don't make him the ex-president of the United States a sitting duck. I mean, tomorrow from the 15th to the 18th, the Republican National Convention at Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Can you imagine the kind of pressure now they would have? Because which law enforcement agency would want this before they retire? So I think the security bit is going to be mammoth, and the American intelligence has a lot on their hand, because the entire world is watching the way American elections are panning out, and especially this bit. Once again, I don't wish to undermine, but I don't think watching all of this is any lesser than watching something fictional on Netflix. So I feel that the gun lobbies need to be looked into. And as they say, that you live by the gun, you die by the gun. So I hope, great country like America doesn't succumb to under the name of civil liberties and all of this, to the loose cannons that the gun lobbies have created. Thank you, Pia.
All right, sir. And with that, I'd also, in fact, like to take our viewers through and provide them a little context about where exactly this has taken place. If our team upstairs can please show our viewers where exactly, what I have open on my screen right here. This has taken place in Pennsylvania, right? This little red box marked over here is the approximate area where the attack took place. North of Pittsburgh is the Butler County, and the rally took place at the Butler Farm Showgrounds, which is marked in orange over here. And to give a little more context as to how severe the security lapse was, this image on your screen showcases the distance between Donald Trump, the Secret Service as well as the shooter. Reports tell us that the shooter was located merely 150 meters away. That is about 164 yards, which is enough in order to shoot at a life-sized human perfectly fine. And I'll come back to you, Mr. Lali. It seems that you want to make a point right over here at point number 3 that I'm encircling on my screen. This is the point where Donald Trump was standing. He was holding his rally surrounded by his crowd. Point number 2 up here, this is where exactly the shooter was located. And point number 1, a little below, is where the Secret Service snipers were there. They, of course, were ready, and they sprung into action as soon as they heard the gunshots. Mr. Lali wanted to make a point. Over to you quickly before I'll go across to Mr. Sumit Peer as well.
Yeah, had it not been for BBC, I would not have stuck my neck out and quoted something which is borderline ridiculous. Is that on BBC, there was a child being interviewed who said that he sees a 20-some-year-old guy with a rifle climbing up a building. I mean, is that the mammoth levels of failures by the Secret Service? And once again, I would not have quoted had it not been for British Broadcasting Corporation. So this is to the level of the failure that has happened, Pia. Thank you.
All right. Closing comments by Mr. Sumit Peer. What would you like to tell our viewers?
Look, there is one thing which is very sure. If the sniper with a rifle is 150 meters away, he's in the visible range. I've been making one point since morning. Why wasn't he taken out before he shot? Because what would you climb a rooftop with a rifle when you know the president is going to give a speech there? Usually you have to take the person out before he can take the shot. The person was taken out after the shot was taken. That is a big security lapse. What was that let happen? And let me take you to what Carl Tuckerson had said. You know, Carl Tuckerson is a very reputed person in the US media. He said, US is racing up to the assassination of President Trump. Everybody dismissed, oh, he's a theorist, he's spinning conspiracy theories and all. Now, when the people are warning about, when people like us or somebody wants the things which might happen in the future, we are dismissed and discarded as conspiracy theorists. But when things happen, then people start contemplating and saying, hi, ye kaise ho gaya? So there are a lot of things learned. And we had a similar incident when Prime Minister Modi was stuck on a flyover, remember, in Punjab? And when the then Chief Minister of Punjab, Channi ji, said, "Guliyan to nahi chali." So then that day I was making a point. What do you want? The bullets to have should have fired? Do you then consider it as an alarm? Exactly something similar happened. But that day we were lucky. Nothing happened. But today, Trump is still lucky he survived. He survived because of God's grace, nothing else. He has to thank his God and his stars. He's alive today.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.